Yo, what is up, everyone? Today we banked off longs on the S&P 500. As you can see, we smacked our first, second, third, and fourth take profit, and we're going to be doing a recap on how we caught this entire big move from market open till about, I think, an hour and a half into about like two and a half hours is when we hit our last take profit. So market opened around 6:30. Let's go on the higher time frames. Okay. Weekly. These extra lines are for our weekly recap that we recorded yesterday. You can go check that out on the YouTube channel. We have our weekly flip bullish last week. So that's a good sign that we might want to come test these highs up here and sweep out this liquidity. This is a daily high right here, but this weekly high and potentially this weekly high as well. I'm going to just have that one marked out as well real quick. I don't know why I don't have that. But our weekly was bullish. Our daily was bullish as well. And by the way, I'm going to go speed run through how I find all these. So if you want in-depth analysis on how I find just daily bias and my play for the day, because usually we're right on like 80% of the days on where it's going to go. So if you're interested in learning how I catch all those plays, just send me a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see for a YouTube video idea. Trying to help you guys. So daily flip bullish yesterday, Friday, after that big move up to the upside, and we closed above all these highs right here, and we have a few fair value gaps that we want to fill. We closed above this one as well. This one was still left going, so we're in a pretty bearish territory area where we could see some push down, like some small retracements down, but for the long run I believe we're going to be chasing these highs. Scaling down to the 4 hour, we were bullish going into market open. So after this bearish move made us flip bearish, but then this up move came and closed above this high, which flipped back to bullish. And I covered that as well in our weekly analysis. I believe this was from Friday. Yeah. So the 4 hour is bullish, and the 1 hour is going in. This line represents market open. So we were bullish this entire time. See, we closed above this high, most recent high, and we've never flipped bearish then. Whatever. Even if this is a bearish candle, we closed above it on up here. So yeah, we flipped bullish. We were bullish back in Friday and haven't flipped bearish since. But on the 15-minute, I believe we were bearish going into market open, and the 5-minute as well. But that really isn't a big deal because the higher time frames are bullish, and that's really what we care about. Okay, a break of structure to the downside or a bearish structure on the lower time frame just means that the higher time frame is retracing. So bearish structure on the 15-minute, we're likely retracing on the 1 hour at this time. See? There you go. Going into market open, I had this fair value gap drawn and this area of liquidity. I also had this smaller fair value gap drawn. Maybe it shows in the 15-minute. This smaller fair value gap drawn that I wanted to get filled, but it completely disrespected that. So I was like, okay, I'd like to see it come down and fill into this fair value gap. Likely take out one of these two lows. This is an hourly low, and this was another hourly low, or maybe 15-minute low. Take out this low and this low, and sweep some orders from in here. But price didn't really want to do that, so it just swept out this low. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's still a liquidity sweep. That's a valid building block. We're still bearish on the 15-minute and 5-minute, so I was like, I don't want to enter off a 1-minute break of structure as an entry. We came in, see, we broke structure up here, but we never filled any fair value gap, anything that we were initially looking for. And this was pre-market. We don't take trades pre-market. We come down, market opened at 6:30 Pacific time, which is 9:30 Eastern. Came down, we fell below this fair value gap, swept some liquidity, but not enough for me to want to enter. This break of structure wasn't even strong enough because we didn't sweep out the liquidity that we're waiting for. We came and swept liquidity with this move, and we were just chopping our way up there. We didn't close bullish with this one on the 1-minute. We closed bullish on this one on the 1-minute, but that still wasn't enough for enter because remember, we are bearish on the 5-minute and the 15-minute, so I kind of want a 5-minute to flip bullish just to let us know that we're confident in the trend switch. And it's just like not a mini reversal to the upside. So our 5-minute closed bullish. This was the most recent high that we wanted to close above. First it was this high, but then it was this high after this one formed. And we closed above it with this candle right here. Okay. Closed above it with this candle. And at that point, I still didn't want to enter because I just want more confirmation. It could be just a quick break of structure and then dump continuously. But just for extra confluence, I wanted to enter off a 1-minute fair value gap fill or a 1-minute break of structure and fair value gap fill. So on the 1 minute, I believe this was where the 5-minute closed and broke structure. 5-minute closed up here. I was like, all right, I want a 1-minute break of structure. 1-minute fair value gap fill and break of structure. So we had a fair value gap here. You could have honestly entered off of here because we got a 5-minute break of structure and a 1-minute fair value gap fill would have been valid. But I wanted to get that extra confluence and wait till we flip back bullish on the 1 minute, because with this move we flip back to being bearish. We had no fair value gaps when this 5-minute this is a 1 minute candle, but on the 5-minute this is the same candle that closed bullish to flip the 5-minute from bearish to bullish. So we closed above the high, and we had no fair value gaps, but we saw this immediate 1 minute candle dump. So I was hesitant on taking a trade just off of a fair value gap fill on the 1 minute. So if you wanted to take that risky trade and enter off that 1 minute fair value gap fill, you could have entered off this candle or this candle, whichever one. I wouldn't even enter off this candle because that's not that strong of a bullish candle. So I waited till we get a break of structure to the upside to confirm that the 1 minute is bullish as well. Got a fair value gap formed after we flipped bullish, closing up above this high with this candle. And we dumped down, filled this fair value gap nicely, and had an amazing bullish candle. And that was enough for me to enter. I entered right here. Okay. Stops were below these lows. And take profits were set like this. We had a 5-minute top of the fair value gap right here. This one right here. Oops. Right here. That I wanted to close from. And this 1 minute, this 5-minute high, I believe it was also a 15-minute and hourly high as well. And this next one was this 15-minute high right here that was also in the middle of this fair value gap. Likely we would want to push into this fair value gap more to pick up more orders, because the reason I put my take profit up here and not at the start of the fair value gap was because first we're really close to this take profit, and we've already taken out some orders with this move, so we're likely wanting to sweep this liquidity and sweep the orders that were not filled above this area, above this high that's still within the fair value gap. So if price wanted to do that, we would be able to take profit right at this high in case it wanted to fill the orders in here, this area, and reverse back down. And we can see it completely broke through all of those, came and took out this daily, or I think it's hourly high, which was our next take profit. And I had an extended take profit up here, but honestly, just the way price was moving this morning, I did not like. I really felt like we were gonna flip bearish just because we just didn't have enough good movement today. And we do have CPI and PPI tomorrow, so I probably won't be taking a trade tomorrow or Wednesday. Thursday we do have some news, but I believe if we can find a very nice A+ setup, I'll be taking a trade off of that. But this 1 hour high got swept, and this was our last take profit. I just decided to close my position when we were hesitating around this area, because I just didn't like how price was moving. I didn't think we'd hit this high just because of how slow we were moving and how much we pumped. We'd have to retrace at some point and come fill these lower orders. So I just kept my position fully exited at this take profit. But I might be going and I might start testing just these extended take profits. If we continue to hit this tomorrow, then I'll keep this going on. But the thing is, tomorrow's a new day. We'll be finding new setups. Well, we won't be trading, but if it's another day, we'd have a new setup when we'd enter off of another trade to potentially have this as this is our take profit from that trade, from the second trade. But anyways, this was our entire setup for the day. You probably won't see a video from me tomorrow or Wednesday, and I'll put out a video on Thursday when I take a trade. Most likely I'll take a trade. So I will catch you guys in the next video.